It's going to be about atheists, though, in general. We're going to have two verses, actually, tonight, not just one. The first one's going to be Psalms 14:1, and it's going to be, "The fool hath said in his heart, there is no God. They're corrupt, and have done abominable iniquity." I don't know what iniquity means. I think it means they're having abominable works. But it's just basically, I'm just going to talk about my view on atheism. There's no point to it. I mean, you hear people say all the time they're atheists, but are they actually atheists? I mean, a lot of people say no, they're just teenagers, they don't know what they're talking about. Well, you can't really take the chance that they don't know what they're talking about, because what if they're serious and they end up dying one day and going to hell? You know, they get to spend eternity in a lake of fire. Well, you're in heaven, you know. Even if they say it and they have the biggest smirk on their face, just because they're joking around with you because you're a Christian, talk to them, because you don't know. One day they might go to church, not like it, get a bad example, and then become an atheist. You don't know what will happen. So, just think about it. Like, they'll argue with you all the time. They'll tell you, you don't see God, you don't see what He does, you can't see miracles. How do you know they're there? Well, they can't see the roots of a tree grow. They can't see air. They can't see a fruit growing underground. How do they know it's there? Because you see the outcome of it. You go to church, you become a Christian. You go there depressed, crushed, tired, worn down, spiritually destroyed, and you come back out and you're alive. You're changed, you're awake. God's got you on fire. You just feel all in all better. You see the outcome of it. This past summer, very interesting summer. You know, I go to a summer for me. I come back, I'm feeling a lot better, a lot more refreshed with God. A lot of people noticed a change. Last year, I wasn't that open about the fact I'm a Christian. This year, I talk about it to almost everybody. I know it's hard to minister to people. It's almost impossible to minister to people. I can hardly do it. I'm a pastor's kid. I'm supposed to be able to do it, but I can't. I completely understand when you say, I don't know how to walk up to someone and start talking about God. Maybe you're not called to ministry. Maybe you're not supposed to be the one to walk over to someone that's crying and ask them, what's wrong? What's going on with your family life? Is everything okay? And then start talking to them about God. Maybe that's not for you. There's no problem with that. But when someone claims to be an atheist, that's, even if you're not called to ministry, that's something that you need to step in on, because, like I said, that can send them to hell. It doesn't have to be you that talks to them. Give them my dad's number. Give them my mom's number. If you have their number. Give someone that's a super Christian that give them that number. Just someone that can help them, because it can affect them their whole lives. I was walking down the hallway, and I walked past someone who used to go to church with us, and she was walking with this guy. And she told me, hey, and then she's like, oh, he's a churchy. And then he's like, well, he turned around and he screamed, I'm an atheist. Okay. I mean, he was down the hallway. I did turn around to go find him, because I wanted to talk to him about it, because it's high school, and what I'm saying now is how I felt. I didn't know if he was serious about it, or if he was just saying that to say it, just to get to me. But it did get to me. It really bothered me. I never thought about it before. There's people out there that are atheists, that don't believe in God, that look at us and think that we're absolutely morons. They think we come here and sit on our bus and listen to us speak about something that doesn't exist. They need help. They need us. They don't need someone to force the Bible down their throat. They need a friend to help them get to church. They don't need prayer right away, but you can pray for them. I doubt they'll let you pray for them if you ask them, but you can pray for them, even if they tell you not to, because they can't really make you not pray for them. They can't really force you to do anything. Every atheist you talk to, 90% of them, I guarantee they will have some form of argument with you about how God doesn't exist. You say, what about the ark? They'll ask you to prove the ark even exists. Well, the ark does exist. Not anymore, not to my knowledge, but it does exist. They will have an argument to shut you down each and every time you try to talk to them. That doesn't mean that there's not a counter argument, I guess you could call it, to prove is God. There always is, actually, because there is a God. I mean, I talk really fast, and that's sadly all I have.
What's the other verse?
But let's see how it matters much. It's Revelations 21:8. But the fearful, the unbelieving, and the abominable, and the murderers, and the whoremongers, and sorcerers, and idolaters, and all liars shall have their part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone. That's the second death. Which means not only do they die the first time when God comes back and they go to hell, but like I said before, they're sitting in the lake of fire for the rest of their lives, non-lives. So, just talk to them.